After the Yalta Conference between FDR, Winston Churchill, and Joseph Stalin, the three leaders decided it would be necessary to meet one more time to determine post-war borders in Europe. However, due to President Roosevelt's premature death, America's role in the Potsdam Conference fell on the shoulders of newly inaugurated President Harry S. Truman. Although combat had ended, Cold War tensions were heating up as an Iron Curtain enveloped Western Europe.
Hallo meine Damen und Herren, willkommen zur Potsdam-Konferenz. Bitte setzen Sie sich hin.
I demand a unified Germany.
Yes, but we should all still have a military presence.
But how can you expect to preserve peace in Germany if you have an army there?
But how can you expect Germany to stay stable with no military presence? They're a weak nation recovering from war.
I concur. Germany is in shambles. We can't leave it to fend for itself.
But surely you want a young country like Germany to rebuild itself without interference from others, no?
And that would include no interference from neighboring communist countries as well, correct?
Gentlemen, we are not trying to create any new conflicts here.
Clearly, the Potsdam Conference was not doing much to aid Soviet-American relations. Although the three leaders were working together to determine the fate of Germany, it was evident that they had pretty different goals of just what post-war Germany would look like.
Although tensions were rising in the conference, President Truman's mind was still back at home where America was engaging in one of the most significant secret missions in its history. During World War II, the national government began funding a secret and sinister project, later known as the Manhattan Project, that brought together the world's brightest scientists to create the first atomic bomb.
After years of testing, America successfully detonated the world's first atomic bomb in the summer of 1945. Once Truman was informed of the bomb's success, he faced a crucial decision. Was he to tell Stalin, his World War II ally, that America had access to the most powerful weapon in history? Perhaps the most interesting aspect of the Potsdam Conference was not what was said between the three leaders, but rather what was not said.
I will not let democracy fall.
I don't
Military
understand.
presence is the most important threat for democracy. Honestly.
Come in.
Excuse me, I have a message for the president.
Excuse me, fellas.
Oh my god, did you see President Truman's hair?
I totally do not understand American hairstyles. They are absolutely not fetch.
Oh, Mr. Churchill, please stop trying to make fetch happen.
Dear Mr. President, we are writing to inform you that the atomic bomb has been successfully tested. Congratulations.
So, how's the Queen?
Oh, Dabba, she's doing just fine.
Ah, Mr. Truman, I see you're back. What was that all about?
Oh, nothing. Everything's fine.
Stalin definitely knew that something big had just happened in the United States. He may not have said anything at the time, but Stalin was no fool.
Mr. Truman, you were out there for quite some time. Surely there is something you want to tell us. We're all allies here, no?
Oh, well, of course we're all friends, but really it's nothing. Just some personal business.
Gentlemen, please, back to the matter at hand. About Germany, what if we divided it into 4 occupation zones so that France, Great Britain, the United States, and the Soviet Union could all have a say in the German government? We could worry about reuniting Germany at another point.
Yeah, that seems pretty good, yeah.
But of course we also need to reverse all German annexations of Western European countries.
Yes.
Surely, yes, of course.
Yes. I believe that concludes today's conference. We can worry about finances tomorrow.
Truman's decision not to mention America's atomic bomb immediately changed the course of history. In that single moment, Harry Truman essentially created the Cold War. Had he decided to tell Stalin of the atomic bomb, who knows what would have happened? Truman knew that ultimately Stalin was no friend to America. When Stalin later found out that Truman had lied about the atomic bomb, the beginning of the tensest time in American foreign policy was born. The Cold War had begun.